Okay, so Kevin, give us the list of what not to do's. You've already alluded to one, but what are you seeing are the downsides or the do
Well, we,
nots?
as you mentioned, we just came out with this new study called From Cube to Cloud. And the very first recommendation we have from that study is that forcing people back into the office is a mistake. Now, I know I'm going to rattle a lot of people with that with that finding, but what we're seeing in organizations today is companies telling their employee base, we want you in the office certain days a week or even every day a week. And there's a backlash from the employee base. Apple went through that very publicly a month ago. And I think that was a wake up call for a lot of other organizations to say, hey, let's rethink our back to office policies. I know Amazon changed theirs just a few days after the very big, public outcry from Apple
Mhm, mhm.
employees that they need to be in the office 3 days a week. We're seeing it in some banks as well, and it's been well documented that J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley have been very adamant that they want all of their employees back in the office full time. Whereas other banks, like Citi is a good example, has said we're embracing flexible work, and some people are going to work 100% remote. Some are going to be in the office all the time, but a lot of people are going to be in a hybrid environment. And so, what I've been telling companies that are asking employees to come back to the office full time, and I'm leaving out. It's hard to sometimes talk about this in general nature because I'm leaving out retail and manufacturing and healthcare. Where you've already had a lot of employees and frontline workers have to be on site.
Right.
Um, what I think companies are risking is attrition, and you talked about it earlier.
Mhm.
We're seeing a talent exodus, and I'm seeing it every single day. People are leaving companies because they don't want to have to work on site. You're reducing your talent candidate pool, the people that you can hire, and your employer brand probably is suffering a little bit when you take that stance. But you're also hurting diversity, and I think most companies today are under a lot of pressure to
Yep.
be more diverse as a workforce. And there's just no getting around it that if you're forcing people to be on site, you are limiting your ability to be more diverse. The companies that are embracing remote work, there's no barrier now to location, which was always a big barrier
Right.
for having a diverse workforce. So you've got to live with those downsides if you are looking at other perceived upsides from having people in the office.
Right.